Today is the 6th week of the study. So 5 weeks we have gone through all the studies. And now the 6th week the topic is there is no growth without struggle. Do you believe that, people? Have you gone to fitness center? When a person wants to grow their body, they don't come with all those all clothes, good clothes, gym clothes. They put the gym clothes and they don't just sit and just relax. It doesn't mean that when they go to the gym with all those clothes and they just sit down, something will pop. The muscles will pop, this will pop, this will pop, everything will pop. They have to struggle. Amen. They have to work. The machine, the what you call the barbell, you have to work, you have to struggle to get all this, popping out. That's why my son is here. That's why I was thinking of gym anyway. So even in our Christian life, if you want to grow, you need to struggle. God brings you somewhere, God gives you some problems, some allows some problems where you to struggle for a reason. Life is hard. Many things happen in life that we don't expect. We get up in the morning, we say this, it's a normal day, we feel it's going to be a good day, but something or other may happen unexpected. Our body wear out in the future, we at last we have to just face death. Marriage breaks, children goes astray, everything comes in our life. The Bible says when you follow Christ, when it is not easy to carry the cross. Man has already sinned against God. It's a fallen world, and the sin has gone to the bloodstream of human being. We face three enemies in our life: the world, the flesh, and the enemy. The world is out there and it's just surrounding us. The flesh is inside us and always try to answer the voice, the calling of the world. The devil, the enemy, is surrounding us, is everywhere, and the Bible says in 1 Peter 5, it says it's like a lion that's roaring lion that find people to devour. Even the child struggles to grow a tooth. Have you seen that? Between 4 to 7 months, suddenly the baby is not restless, doesn't sleep, doesn't have appetite, he struggles left and right, and then suddenly something growing. So it's normal to struggle if there's no growth when you don't struggle. Now we have to, sometimes the football coaches used to tell these people, no pain, no gain.
जेके फुटबॉल में रांदि कंदा आहिनि, जेके उन्हनि जा कोच जेके सेखारींदा आहिनि उनखे चवंदा आहिनि बिना सूर तव्हांखे फ़ाइदो कान्हे.
You have to work, you have to struggle to grow.
तव्हांखे कमु करणो पवंदो, तकलीफ़ुनि जो सामनो करणो पवंदो जीअं तव्हांखे वाधारो खपे.
So there, I want to explain to you before that, but I want to explain the 4 principles that we face in our life. Number 1, because we live in a fallen world, bad thing happens to all of us.
छो त असीं जीऊं था हिकु दुनिया में जिते किरियल दुनिया आहे, तंहिंजे करे असांखे मुसीबत जो सामनो करणो थो पए.
So sometimes things happen even if it's not our mistake, because it's a fallen world, sin is in the world, and so things happens to us.
करे करे असां ॻाल्हियूं थियूं त ज़िंदगी में असांजी भुल कॾहिं, छो त हीअ दुनिया किरियल आहे ऐं हिन किरियल दुनिया में ही ॻाल्हियूं थियनि थियूं ऐं असांखे सामनो करणो थो पए.
I remember many years back when I was driving in Tamrin area.
घणे साल अॻु मूंखे यादि आहे मुंहिंजे तामरिन जे रस्ते ते मूं गाॾी वेठी हलाई.
Enjoying my ride with Nareen.
मां गाॾी में वेठो हुउसि, मज़ो हो, मुंहिंजे पासे में जोई.
And then there's music, we've been hearing music, and then red light comes, we stop in front of Sarina building that one.
असां सुठा गाना में ॿुधोसीं ऐं गाड़ी बत्ती हुई, असीं ॿई अची बीठासीं ऐं सरीना जी सामने हो.
Suddenly a guy comes, a small guy comes in the window side and asks for money on the left, and on the right took out our mirror, side mirror.
ऐं हिकु नंढो छोकिरो आयो, दरी ते आयो ऐं थोरो पैसो ते घुरी, असां ध्यानु छोकिरे ते वियो पर असांजे गाॾी जी RC खे छिके खणी वियो.
And how many of you realize when they do that, they make their face like a lion?
ताकि तव्हां कॾहिं महसूसु कयो हूंदो कि इहे कमु कनि था त हुनजो शिकिरो तमामु ख़तरनाक ऐं शींहं वांगुरु थो लॻे.
In fact, we have to get angry, but they get angry and they pull the mirror and they run.
असांखे जोश न करणु खपे, छो त हीअ असांजी गाॾी वटि था अचनि, पर हीअ जोश पंहिंजो ॾेखारे शींहं वांगुरु ऐं गाॾी जो RC खणी.
I remember that time I opened the door, I ran after him.
मूंखे यादि आहे हुन वक़्तु में मूं दरवाज़ो खोले मां हिन जे पुठियां पियुसि हिन छोकिरे जे पुठियां.
And I ran after him, and then that guy was scared or maybe felt sorry for me. Throw the mirror out and he ran.
मुंहिंजे पुठियां में छोकिरो मूंखे ॾिठो, चाहे ॾकी वियो या प्यास पियसि मुंहिंजे मथां, जो RC पट ते छॾे वियो.
And he threw the mirror and he stared at me and he went. It's like he was angry. You know what? It's not my fault. It's your fault. But it's always the human factor, human way of human life. Is even when we don't do anything, sometimes bad things happens to us.
जंहिं वो छोकिरो जॾहिं हीअ ॻाल्हि थी मूंखे शुकी ॼाणे ॾेखारे थो, सभु ॾेखारे त शायदि भुल मुंहिंजी आहे, पोइ RC फुटो करे जोश में वञे थो हली. करे करे हिन दुनिया में इहे ॻाल्हियूं थींदियूं आहिनि त असीं जोश में था अचूं, सम्झूं था त हीअ थींदियूं छो था थियनि, पर हीअ किरियल दुनिया अथव.
So if you ever heard a very tall handsome guy was running in the Tamil area, it's me, okay? No need to repeat. Number 2, we have no control over many things that happens to us or those around us. We don't have any control.
जेके बि घणी ॻाल्हियूं थियनि थियूं असांजे आसे पासे में, उन जे मथां असांजो कंट्रोल ई कान्हे.
Do you believe that we have no control? Things just happen.
असांखे कंट्रोल कान्हे, इहे ॻाल्हियूं थियनि थियूं, पाणी था थियनि.
17th of August, anybody know about the Barcelona thing?
17 ऑगस्ट तव्हांखे ख़बर हूंदी जेको स्पेन में जो थोरो लफड़ो थियो हो.
Yeah, can you imagine all the family are just walking around this beautiful place and walking with their family, walking with their children, enjoying the environment, enjoying the fresh air. Suddenly a car just come on top of the pathway and hit many people. They said that around 13 people died and 100 people injured.
ये ॾेखारीनि था उते बार्सिलोना में माण्हू हिन रस्ते ते हॉलीडे ते आहिनि, माण्हू पंधु पिया कनि, फैमिली सां आहिनि, परिवार सां आहिनि, दोस्त सां आहिनि, ऐं अचानक गाॾी अचे थी उन थले जे मथां चढ़ी इन्हनि खे अची टकराए थी, इन्हनि जे मथां 13 माण्हू मरी था वञनि ऐं 100 खां वधीक माण्हुनि खे चङी चोट लॻी आहे.
It was a big disaster.
उहे हिकु तमामु ख़ौफ़नाक ॻाल्हि हुई.
So the Barcelona incident just happened. We cannot control bad things happening to us.
या ॻाल्हि स्पेन में जेका थी हुई बार्सिलोना में, या ॻाल्हि थी या ख़राबु ॻाल्हि हुई, असांजो कंट्रोल हुन जे मथां कान्हे.
And there's one small boy who was killed.
ऐं हुन में हिकु नंढो छोकिरो हुनजो गुज़र करे वियो.
There's a small boy who the picture please, Cheria. There's a small boy. His name is Julian. Julian was only 7 years old. The parents were just walking with Julian and car came and hit him and he died instantly.
और स्पेन में देखा होते ये लड़ो छोको नालो जूलियन तो से 7 साल जो है पहले मैट्रिक संबंध के थे ऑलरेडी जो नहीं हो अचानक गाड़ी थी टकराई थी नहीं मत है छोकरो कुछ करे तो
So bad things happen and we cannot control. We don't understand and we cannot control because that is sin. It's a fallen and we cannot control bad things which happen to us. It just happen.
ये खराब गाली उठन जो असा जो कंट्रोल नहीं मत आने तो ये क्रियर दुनिया आए लगी ये गाली उठन जो असा जो कंट्रोल नहीं मत आने.
But the next principle is that we do have complete control over how we respond.
और ये ठीक गाल है असा के पूरो कंट्रोल आए असी किया हिने हालत में जवाब करता या किया सामना ता कर.
When difficult times happens in our life, we can control how we respond.
ये खराब गाली उठन जो असा जिंदगी में असा के असी कंट्रोल करे ता सको असी इन्हें जो सामना किया कर.
Imagine a restaurant.
ये समझो तो एक रेस्टोरेंट में बैठा है.
Everybody is eating properly, 10-15 tables, everybody is enjoying their meal.
वो तो सब डेवल का मैच वाइन सब मिली बैठा है सब खादो क्या खाए ना.
There came a flying cockroach.
तो इन्हें जो बीच में एक कॉकरोच तो अच्छे
comes to one person who is eating food and comes to his shoulder.
देखो पानो खादो पियो खाए एक जो माता को लेते अच्छे इसको.
And then the guy can panic and throw it to his wife.
वो तो पैनिक तो करे तो डकी तो ये है मत सा उछला
The wife became more frantic and food fell down the floor. Everybody became panic.
ऐसे तो जो बड़े की वे वो तो हटा हेट मत के तो खादो पट दे.
Cockroach went against another person.
और ये काको जुदामी बड़ी.
Again that group became panic and frantic.
वारी बे मैच ते बियो वारी कम बड़ी सागी गाल होते.
And another table and another table and another table. Everybody was frantic.
And सब मैच हो जे मत यही सागी गाल दे.
But then the manager came out.
और थोड़े वक्त का कोई मैनेजर बाहर निकला.
Mr. Dilip came out.
ओके चेक करो.
And he comes out and he says and he saw what's happening and while he was standing, the cockroach came to his shoulder.
And the manager अच्छे नीचो आए और सा गालाए तो cockroach जो डामी अच्छी इन्हें जो कोले ते अच्छे तो.
He kept quiet.
वो मार करे बैठो.
There's an object in his hand.
ने हाथ में कुछ
He was still. He was quiet.
मार करे बैठो.
At a time, immediately the cockroach was there.
पूरे वक्त ते cockroach कितने कोले ते
He hit it to the object and the cockroach is dead.
है उन्हें जो औजार was हाथ में उन्हें औजार सा उन्हें cockroach के मारे चले.
It is how you respond.
किया ता सामना करो इन हाल में.
When things happen in your life, when you become panic, you become worse situation, you make wrong decisions, you say wrong things because you become panic.
यानी जिंदगी में जैसे जिंदगी में खराब गाल देते थे सामनो किया ता करो दे मुंजी ता को दे बिना सोचे मुंजे में बिना सोचे कदम ता करो एंड ये गलत कदम ता.
But when you know that this thing have always happened, cannot control, but I know how to control and respond, and you have in your hand the word of God, amen, you have the weapon in your hand, you have the word of God, promises of God, you will not be panicked and you will be still, because the Bible says, be still and know that I am God.
और जब ताकि जिंदगी ये गाने हालत दिन जो तां के खबर है मां कंट्रोल करे सका तो पहले जवाब था तां खबर है ते बाइबल जले बैठे हो पहले हाथ में
You can
बाइबल सा देखो जो बकर सको तो वचन जे तो ते मार करे बिठाओ दे तो मां का जो प्रभु है.
Amen. When you know you stand there is a problem, you don't have to be panicked because you know the power of God. You know that I can handle this problem. You don't be panicked because you know that the God you serve is the God of power who will never leave you nor forsake you.
ताकि मौज में अच्छे जरूरत काने छोटे ते लोगों मार करे बिठाओ दे खबर है प्रभु की शक्ति तासा है प्रभु की बाइबल तासा है उन्हें वचन साथ कुछ भी करे सको.
And our response to our trial largely determine our spiritual growth or we don't grow. When you want to grow in your life, God allows all these kind of problems in your life because God wants to bring you to another level.
And जब छोटो है किया सी दिन इन्हें आशमाइश में सी सामनो जवाब किया था दियो उनमां खबर थी पए असांजी आत्मिक वाधा कीअं आहे कहिड़े हिसाब ते या घटिताई आहे या न
It is up to you to take the challenge, because when you take the challenge and you say, I don't mind having this challenge because I want to grow in maturity in Christ. I want to be strong. Because you know what? Sometimes problems comes to you because God wants you to be more stronger.
करे जब प्रभु चाहतो त ई भले ही मुसीबत जो सामनो करे त हीअ वधीक सियाणप चारप में वधीक अॻियां वधे ऐं जो मन पको थिए ऐं हीअ सुठो विश्वास सां अॻियां वधी सघे.
Be a student, not a victim.
त हिकु मुरिद थियो ऐं हिकु शिकार न थियो.
You know the difference between victim and student? A victim will say, life isn't fair. I don't think so. You know, all this thing can happen to me. Life isn't fair. But a student will say, this thing can happen to anybody. I am going to learn a lesson from this problem.
एक शिकार हूंदो चवंदो हीअ ॻाल्हि पहले में ज़िंदगी में छो थियो आहे हीअ ज़िंदगी फ़ैर कान्हे मुंहिंजे लाइ पर जेको हिकु मुरिद हूंदो चवंदो आहे हीअ ॻाल्हि थी आहे पर सभिनी सां थी सघे थी हीअ हिकु मामूली ॻाल्हि.
A victim will say, this thing has happened to me. I don't have time to serve. I don't have time to help people. But a student will say, when this thing happens, I will still serve the Lord. I will still help people so that I don't have time to feel sorry for myself.
ये ज़िंदगी में कुछ ॻाल्हि थिए थी शिकार जी ज़िंदगी में ॻाल्हि थिए थी छो तो हाणे चई ॻाल्हि थी आहे मूंखे वक़्तु कान्हे मां प्रभु जी सेवा कान कंदुसि और जेको मुरिद हूंदो उहो हिकु अलॻि नमूने ॾिसंदो चवंदो हाणे हीअ ॻाल्हि थी आहे मां प्रभु जी सेवा कंदो ईंदुसि ऐं हिन सेवा में मां हेॾो वक़्तु ॾींदुसि त मां पंहिंजे मुसीबत जो मां सोचींदुसि.
A victim will say, beg God to say, please take away my problem. But a student will say, it is okay to have a problem because I know who is the source of happiness and peace and joy.
एक शिकार चवंदो त हीअ ॻाल्हि मुंहिंजी ज़िंदगी में थी आहे ऐं हीअ मुंहिंजे प्रभु मुंहिंजी ज़िंदगी में हीअ ॻाल्हि छो कयो आहे ऐं हीअ चङी शिकारी कंदो पर जेको मुरिद हूंदो हू चवंदो भले हीअ ॻाल्हि थी आहे मुंहिंजी ज़िंदगी में छो ख़बर आहे हीअ ॻाल्हि प्रभु जी हथ आहे.
This is scripture in James 1 verse 2 and from verse 2 to 4.
जेम्स जी किताब में पहिरीं अध्याय में ॿियो ऐं चोथों वचन ताईं ॾिसंदा.
Now from this scripture there is three things which I feel, God, are you joking? Are you serious in this verse? Because this is the second verse is, it's a command from God. This is a command from God. The command: considering pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds.
जेम्स जी किताब में लिखियल है. असीं ये पढ़ी असीं थोड़ा हैरान था थियूं प्रभु असांखे कहिड़े नमूने जा हुकुम थो ॾिए. लिखे थो तई समझो हिकिड़ी ख़ुशी जो मौक़ो आहे मुंहिंजा भाउर जॾहिं ताईं मुसीबत जो घणे नमूने जा मुसीबत जो सामनो तव्हांखे करिणो थो पए.
How can we be joyful in this problem?
असीं कीअं ख़ुशि हुजूं जॾहिं असांखे मुसीबत जो सामनो करिणो थो पए.
God, are you serious? How can you consider pure joy?
प्रभु ते छा सीरियस आहे कीअं मां ख़ुशी मल्हाईंदो जॾहिं मां मुसीबत जे विच में आहियां.
And there is a translation of J.B. Phillips. It says, when all kinds of trials and temptation crowd into your life, my brothers, don't resent them as intruders, but welcome them as friends.
J.B. Phillips हिन ॻाल्हि खे ॿिए नमूने असांखे सम्झाए थो जॾहिं तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में नमूने जा आज़माइश ऐं मुसीबत अचनि था तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में मुंहिंजा भाउर ते हुनखे परियां न करो अलॻि न करो त ही केरु तव्हांजा शायदि दुश्मन आहिनि पर तव्हां हुनखे स्वीकार करो दोस्तनि मां.
Can you imagine? This is when you have problem. Just be joyful. Take it as a joy. Don't be an intruder, but then as a friend. It's like, you know, when you have a maling in your house, when you have a thief in your house, yeah. Just think about it. You know, my mind goes very far. Thank you. When there is a thief, it comes in your house, and then you tell the thief, you know, see that?
माना खुशी जे विच में मुसीबत जे विच में खुशी मल्हायो. आगे नमूने के चोर तव्हांजे घर में अचे तो ठीक है दवा जो अच्छा अंदर
jangan lupa ya di kamar Joshua ada kamar ada TV
या उन्हें चोर के जो तो ठीक है तुम ये पुट्टे जी रूम में वञो तो वॾी टीवी ते पाण यो खणी पाण तो वञे.
jangan lupa di kamar saya juga ada video bagus kok because they are friends. entrepreneurs, man.
जेते इन्हें के चौंदा दुश्मन के चौंदा तो ये तमाके दोस्त सब नहीं करना तो चौंदा बेर कमरे में बकुछ महंगी चीज है तो उन्हें यार चीज पर तू खरी बनी
And can you imagine the thief and everything, and then you consider your job, thank you, and you think, does it make sense?
अजरे ये चोर अच्छे तो ताकि घर में सब खरीद तो उन्हें का कोई कहीं हद हद मलाई करे कहीं खुशी मलाई होता कि चोर आसान जा शेयू करेंगे
But that's the command of God.
और प्रभु जो हुक्म ने लिखे लाए थे यही ताकि करना है
Okay, Lord, if that's the command, what is the reason that you're saying this?
वैसे प्रभु जी सचमुच जो ताकि हुक्म आए पर कहरे मतलब साथ आ जाए
Then comes to the verse 3, it says, because you know that the testing of your faith developed perseverance.
वो जवाब दे तो प्रभु जो तो जे मां तांजे विश्वास के मां टेस्ट कंदस तो उनमें तांजी शैन शक्ति बदल दी
So it says, because of that, this just consider pure joy, because the test is gonna make a perseverance. It's like a purpose in your life.
प्रभु जे तो तले तांजी मुसीबत संसद तांजी जिंदगी में उन्हें जे द्वारा तांजी टेस्ट थी दी एंड तांजी जिंदगी में शैन शक्ति दी एंड ये वधिक पुख्ता थी
Do you believe that? It's we do not understand, but God says it's going to be a purpose. Maybe a purpose for us to humble ourselves, a purpose for us to let go our ego, or a purpose for us to be more patient.
शायद प्रभु चाहते तो इन्हें बात तांजी जिंदगी में ही आंदो आए एक मतलब जरूर होंदो शायद तांगे तमाम घमंडी आयो या तांगे तो प्रभु चाहता निम्र में अचो या कहीं तो सब्र थियो मांगो था तुझे मतलब होंदो
Maybe many of you don't know, but for me, I want to do something, I do it right now. I don't have the patience.
मैं मां देखो प्रभु का पास्टर कहा तो पहली बारे में कि वो कि कोई दाल बुंदी है मानो तो मैं आने ही करा मुझे बीच जो काने
If I tell somebody to do something and they say tomorrow, forget it, I get upset. Now, you have to do it now.
कहेंगे कुछ चोंदू आए तुझे कब करना चोंदू आटी के सुबाने का मतलब नहीं आने कर
If I tell some my office people, can you clean up? They say, yeah, tomorrow I will clean. Immediately I will go there and clean myself because I want things to be perfect. That's what they also say. I said, okay, you want everything fast. You want everything. Don't make people like you. No, that's mine. That's me. And of course, I have to learn the spirit of being patient.
जब ऑफिस में कुछ कर दो वाई मां कहेंगे जो बना दे ये कम करो ने कान के हो तो मां एकदम मां मुक्ति करे योग का मां पानी खुद बनी कर मां चोंदा है तो सब कुछ संपूर्ण कर मां जो मां साके ने मां आया शायद मुके दीज करण मां सा मुके योग सिखनो आए
I remember I had a very funny experience when I was just recently came from out of town.
और वक्त क्वार्टर में शहर का बैरोस में वापस आए
I used to stay in this hotel.
होटल में रोंदो
And beside the hotel there is this tenda. This is like a one room, and this woman, this lady, makes the best Indomie in the world.
मैं होटल में रोंदो आए होटल के पास में बैर एक जाल अबे थे खादो विकते सुठे में सुठो दुनिया जो इंडोमी इतने
If you are talking about any Indomie wherever you are going, this is Indomie with color, with everything. Oh, it's so good. It is the best Indomie in the world, I tell you.
भले तो इतना इंडोमी ना खादो तो पर इन्हें माई जो इंडोमी बेदे साथ खेल तमाम सुठो
And it's very expensive, 38,000.
तमाम महंगा है
So once I was with my friend, it was until 9 o'clock in the morning. We were from morning we went.
मेरे दोस्त साहब से मुझे कितना वसी नंबर लगा हुआ
He said, let's go to the hotel and eat the hotel. I said, no hotel food. It's crazy. You know what? This place, I will take you. You will remember all the days of your life.
ये दोस्त जो हारे भूख लगी ऐसी बड़ी होटल में खाओ तो मुझे नहीं हालो का हमने जगह थे मान तो कि जगह थे बड़ी तो खा दो हैरो वरन दो सच्ची जिंदगी तो याद कर
If you have 20,000, you and me will be very full.
तो जहाँ तक 20,000 हो जाए ना तू और पूरी सा खाई से बोलता
He said, you know what? When it comes to food, I trust you so much.
नहीं ओके ठीक है ये खादे जो गाल है तब मुझे तो में विश्वास है
So we went to this place.
ऐसी इन जगह थम्बे थे
Imagine I expect a noodle with all the color, with all beautiful. You know, making me hungry. Okay, fine. So I was expecting that.
तो मो सोचो पे पर जाते बेदे से इंडोमी मिलन तो बेदे साम मो सोचो ये सोचो पे
Then I came, the lady knows me. I said, give me two. And the guy said, do you have to order? No. She does very good. Everything is good. You trust me.
उते पहुतस बरोबर माई के जो बर्थडे तो उन्हें तो तुझे के समझाई कि छा सब पे क्यों जी ने मुझे मत ख्याल नहीं कर तू मुझे विश्वास कर सब ठीक है.
After 15 minutes, the noodle came.
15 मिनट का कोई खादो आयो.
Now I was expecting noodle with talor, with everything. This noodle came with carrot and potato and all these nasty vegetables.
वो समझो ये इंदो हाने खादो इंदो में इंदो बेदे सा इंदो सब कुछ सुनो पर आयो गजरन सा एंड बाजू सा.
And when I told the lady what happened, she said, sorry, talor ne habis.
आई के छात जो ये छोड़ न दे कि बेदो.
And the guy looked at me and said, I will remember this all the days of my life.
दोस्त मुके दिसी जे हाँ ही दाल
Who served Indomie with talor, with carrot and potatoes?
અને માનો છો દિસી જે હા માં જરૂર ये गाल है तो के बमा याद कर सजी जिंदगी केरे इंडोमी दी दुआ बाजू सा.
My blood pressure was very high.
जो फूल तो चाहिए.
I thought in this city nobody knows me as a pastor.
वजह मैंने शहर में के मुके सियाने कांत मा पास्टर आया.
I can say anything to this lady.
माई ने जा इन माई के कुछ बचे से जातो.
I am expecting something but I didn't get it.
वो सोचो पे मुके सुठी गाल मिलंदी पर या गाल मुके मिली का.
And my friend was teasing me so much.
ए मुझे दोस्त या गाल दिसी मुके छेड़ियाएंगे.
But you know, I hold on to this anger.
पर मुने जोश के मुंह रोपियो पाके.
And I looked at the lady. I was going to shout, and the Lord says, you know, this sometimes happen in your life, so I can test you for being patient and perseverance.
वो दोनों बड़े आवाज से गलाए थे इन माई सा पर प्रभु जो आवाज बुधी वो सोचो तो प्रभु चाहे तो तू के करे ये जिंदगी में ये गालियों हिंदू आए तू धीरज सीख.
I just told her thank you and I had little and I left. You know what? When do not expect from people, expect good things only from God.
कोई मोन जा माई के रगो थोरो खाई खादो धन्यवाद छे स्थितासी पर तई हिन गाल मा ते सिखो ते सुठा गालियों ते उम्मीद मनुष्य में न रखो सुठे गालियों मिले उम्मीद
I
ताकि
expect something good from someone. I put my trust in the person. I expect something really good. But you know what? Sometimes God says, you know, don't put your trust, don't put everything expecting from people. Expect from God and you will never be disappointed.
वो उम्मीद विधि है मुझे तो विश्वास बदल मनुष्य के पता है मुझे जरा तो धोखो मिलो तो प्रभु चाहे तो ताजी उम्मीद कहीं भी जो मुझे मथा तो ताजी उम्मीद है विश्वास धोखो प्रभु जी मथा मुझे सुटे डालियो जला.
God, the command you have given me to just be happy, and then the reason you tell me, yeah, okay, to develop perseverance. So what do I get? So it comes to the promise. It says, perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything.
I think what your point है अंजा जो छोटे बच्चे में लिखे ले प्रभु चाहे तो उन्हें सहन शक्ति के खत्म करना है पहले कम के तो तू शारप पक्को थी पूरो थी तो में कैरी कमी न.
Perseverance requires work, faith, and hope. And when you pass the perseverance, you will be in a state, you will be in a position with the Lord, a relationship with God, that when something happens, you know that there is a reason for something, and you will just not expect anything from man, but you will expect something from God.
सहन शक्ति जरे तामे कम खंदो तामे उनमें जरे शुरू कंदो कम माना ताके कम करनो है ताजी उम्मीद ताजो विश्वास प्रभु में हुंदो ए हुन जो मतलब चाहे तई ताजो विश्वास वधिक हुंदो प्रभु में केरे बगाल मुसीबत इदी ताजी जिंदगी में ताके खबर है ताजो प्रभु तासा.
But let me tell you something, it's not easy.
हाँ ताकि बुझाए तो यह गाल करना आसान गाल काने.
It's not easy, right?
इसी का आसान काने.
The way life comes, the way some things happen, you yourself are so overwhelmed and then feel, oh God, I can't, because it's not easy to face all these things. It's not easy to read and do it. It's you feel it. It's not easy.
करे जिंदगी में ये मुसीबत अच्छे तो ऐसी सब वगैरह थी तो ऐसी छा करो या गाल सामनो करण ए खुशी मलाए रहने वक्त में एक आसान गाल अंतर
But I will just explain to you one few points to tell you how you can face, how you can hold on to this trials, how you can hold on to this test, how you can, when there's an open door, you're still in the hallway to go to the door, but there are things happening, and how to hold on to it. I'm going to share with you a few points today.
ताकि थोड़ा पॉइंट में बताएं तो ये हिनन हालतन में ताकि सामने कियन करण कपे ताकि जवाब कियन कपे ताकि अज्ञान कियन बदल कपे
Remind yourself of the promises of God.
ने पांचे याद कराए जो प्रभु जी अंजामन के बारे में
God has promised in His word that He will never leave us nor forsake us. God has promised in His word that He's a good shepherd. We will never be lack of anything. So when you are in problem, when you claim the promise of God.
ते प्रभु जी अंजाम के दे पुकारे तेरे पर अंजाम के दे पर जो प्रभु जी अंजाम चे तो माता में कटे छठी दस गाने माता की संभाल बंदो ही
You know when
Israel वचन के दे पकड़ो
when He told Israel, you going to the promised land. But then when Israel was going to the promised land, they were in the desert. They were having a lot of problems, left and right, and they were complaining and complaining and complaining. God told Moses, I'm going to destroy these people. I'm going to make a new generation. You know what Moses said in Exodus 1? He said, remember the promise you give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that you will bring your people to the promised land. Remember that.
जरे यावरियों के बसिर में वठी वियो ऐं जेते अंजाम जे ज़मीन ते वञो जॾहिं ही खालिस्तान जे ज़मीन ते हुआ उन तमाम कुरकुर कंदा या आया पे खादी जे लाइ सभु कुझु ऐं प्रभु के थोरो जोश आयो चई मां पंहिंजे यावरियुनि खे मां ख़तमु कंदसि उते मूसा हिननि जे पारां ॻाल्हाए थो प्रभु सां ते हिननि जे अंजाम खे ते हिसाब जो न जेको त अंजाम Abraham Jacob and Isaac सां कया हुआ
and when they were going to fight a battle, the word of God, Exodus 14 verse 40 says, you know what? God says, I will fight for you.
जॾहिं ही ऐसा जितना मिली कि जॾहिं ही लड़ाई ते बिया ऐं लड़ाई में सामनो करणो पियो वॾे दुश्मन जी प्रभु हुननि खे चयो त ख़्याल न करो मां अॻियां वञी तव्हांजी लड़ाई मां कंदसि.
Now I remember my dad, we have 9 of us in the family, and there was one time where he told us, get ready, the shop closes at 8, but I will close the shop at 5 on Friday, and we are all going to Puja together.
मुझे याद है मुझे पी के बारे में सी पार ने नवा बार आयो एक ॾींहुं मुंहिंजे पीउ फोन तो करे ॿुधाए तो दुकान में जल्दी बंद करे 5 बजे शाम को जुमे जे ॾींहुं असीं सभु मिली करे पूजा था. So we all children, 9 of us, already packed some things, we already prepared ourselves. My father never came till 8 o'clock. असीं सभु ॿार ख़ुशी में 5 बजे सभु तयार बैगो तयार करे तयार थी वेठा हुआसीं ऐं मुंहिंजो पीउ 5 बजे न पर 8 बजे आयो. And we have this car, it's called the Hatsu wagon. We can put 10 people there. ऐं असांखे गाॾी में झूनी गाॾी Hatsu हुन में हुन जे अंदरि असीं 10 माण्हू वेही सघूं. Even the door can be open and we'll just hanging like that. असीं सभु गाॾी में वेही थोरो दरी जे पैर अंदरि पैर. Puja was too exciting before, so we said, "Oh, we're going to wait." But my dad did not come. He came at 8:30, and he looked at the children. He said, "You know what? I'm sorry, I'm late. Let's not go to Puja." असीं सब खुशी में तैयार थी वेठा हुआसीं ऐं मुंहिंजो पीउ अचे तो 8:30 बजे ऐं चए तो माफ़ कजो पर अॼु देरि थी वई आहे अॼु असीं देरि ते कमु हो अॼु पूजा कंदव. Imagine the scene. तई सोचो, my father is here. मुंहिंजो पीउ ते बीठो आहे. 9 children standing in front of him. उनजे सामने 9 ॿार बीठा आहिनि. From the oldest one to the youngest one, that's me, of course. So looking at my dad, and we told my dad, "You promised us." ऐं असीं सभु 9 ॿार बीठा हुआसीं वॾो ऐं नंढे ताईं ऐं सभु पंहिंजे पीउ खे ॾिसी असां चयोसीं पर तो असांखे अंजाम कयो. You promised us for Puja. तव्हां प्रॉमिस कयो पूजा जे लाइ. Can you imagine my dad with 9 children looking at that? And he looked at this, he said, where have I gone wrong with these 9 children? Why do I have any of these 9 children? I don't know. But because I promised them, we will go. असां 9 ॿारनि खे ॾिठी ऐं सोचंदो हो मन में मूं कहिड़ी भुल कई आहे मूंखे 9 ॿार आहिनि पर चई ठीकु आहे मूं अंजाम कयो आहे त ठीकु आहे पूजा करूं था. Listen, thank God I understand Sindhi. Listen, so imagine an earthly father who looks at the children and agree at last because the children said, "You promised that," and an earthly father can agree. What about your heavenly Father when hundreds of you lift up your hands and say, "Lord, you promised, Lord, you will have me." धरती जो पीर जैसे कि धरती जो पीर के चौंदा तो अंजाम क्या है वो अंजाम ते पूरो करनो दस वो करे तो असन जो स्वर्गीय पिता जो उनके चौंदा सी प्रभु ताजी अंजाम है वो जरूर पूरो
Amen. Do you believe that? When you say, God, you promised me, Lord, you promised me, you promised me that you are a good shepherd. I will never be like of any good things. You promised that you will, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You promised a hedge of protection. You promised that I don't have a spirit of fear. Oh, when you say, God, you did that, and God will look at it. This person, this child of mine has got so much faith. I will not put him when an earthly father can put it. What more? A heavenly father with you.
स्वर्गीय पिता के चौंदा प्रभु ता अंजाम के वे ते असांजा रेडार आयो ते असांजी संभाल कंदा ते जो ता चवे ते असांजी रिक्या कंदा असां करे धोखो कांडी असांजी संभाल कंदा प्रभु ते पंहिंजी अंजाम पूरो करो वो जरूर बुद्धि चौंदा जी जा बालक आहिनि कि अंजाम के वे इहो अंजाम जरूर पूरो कंदो
And then claim the promises of God. And number two, give thanks for what you can give thanks for.
And जो कभी बियो पॉइंट है ते धन्यवाद दियो या शुक्र करो जय गालियों दिलाए ते धन्यवाद दे सको
We always focus on the things we don't have, but we don't focus on the things we have.
असां जो ध्यान हमेशा उन ते वेंदो है जेकी गालियों असां के कानन पर असां जो ध्यान वने उन्हनि गालियों ते जेको प्रभु असां के ॾेई वेठो आहे
We don't thank God for what we have, but we complain to God what we don't have.
असी प्रभु के शुक्र करता करो जेके प्रभु से गाल ॾेई वेठा आहियो पर असी कुर करो था जिन गालियों जे लाइ असां के काने
I'm going to test you all. Are you all awake still? Yes. Okay. I'm going to test you. I'm going to have this paper, okay? What do you see in this paper?
इन कागज में ते छा था ॾिसो
Red spot.
लाल दाग था ॾिसो
This is
Not a
what
bite on the paper.
Sonia teacher. Oh yeah. Who said it? Sorry, right? Yeah, I know. People, when they look at the paper, they look immediately at the red spot.
जे केरे कागज के ॾिसे तो उन जो ध्यान एकदम इन लाल दाग ते तो
But they don't notice the white part.
पर जेको बाकी पन्नो सफेद पन्नो है हुन जे मथे माण्हुनि जो ध्यान कान थो वञे
They look at the problem, small problem, but they don't look at God's abundant blessings.
पूरो को ॾिस ध्यान वञे तो उन लाल मुसीबत ते पर जेको प्रभु जी आसीस आहे जेको अच्छो प्रभु जी आसीस उन जे मथां उन जो ध्यान कान थो वञे
Yes. When we have a family, a wonderful family, a roof, everything, we are so healthy, we are okay. But then there's a problem, we focus on this, but we don't see the big picture of what God has done for each and every one of us.
जॾहिं असांखे मुसीबत थिए थी थोरो असीं उन मुसीबत थिए थी उन ध्यानु असांजो हुन जे मथां थो वञे पर प्रभु असांखे आसीसा करे वेठो आहे असांखे परिवार सुठी तंदुरुस्ती ॾींदसि ऐं हुन जे मथां असांजो ध्यानु कान थो वञे
Thank God of what you have.
ते धन्यवाद ॾियो प्रभु खे जेको प्रभु तव्हांखे ॾेई वेठो आहे
Don't complain about your struggle. Thank God for the wonderful growth you will experience after this struggle.
धन्यवाद ॾियो जेके प्रभु तव्हांखे ॻाल्हियूं ॾेई वेठो आहे ऐं तव्हीं कुरकुर न करो जेको तव्हांखे मुसीबत जो सामनो करणो थो पए
Number C, refuse to give in to bitterness and despair.
ऐं ॿियो पॉइंट आहे तव्हीं करवाहट खे ऐं बेआसरे जे हालतनि में तव्हीं हथ मथे न करो
We when things happen to us, that's it, we become so angry and there's so much unforgiveness or this. God, you know what, I don't want to go to church, I don't want to read the Bible, I just don't want to do anything because that's it, I want what I wanted, I didn't get it, and you become so bitter and angry and you don't want to continue.
तेरे जिंदगी में कुछ खराब गाल थी थी असी जोश में था क्यों असी प्रभु साथ होते प्रभु मुके हाने तामे जोश है जो ताजी ये गाल थी है जिंदगी में बाइबल का पढ़ंदस कलीसिया का पढ़ंदस ताजी सेवा का पढ़ंदस ऐं यो क्रोध में असी अची था वञी
There's a story about a farmer.
मां एक किसान के बारे में ॿुधायां थी
A farmer with his wife and a son and one horse.
एक ये किसान हो जो वस एक बार वस ऐं एक घोड़ो वस
Very poor farmer.
तमाम गरीब हुआ
The neighbor, all the neighbors, the farmer, there are a lot of farmer neighbors came to this guy and said, you know what, you are so poor, why don't you sell the horse and live in abundance?
पासे वाला ईंदा हुआ हिन किसान में चवंदा तो के तू छोड़ है ई घोड़े के विक्री छड़ ऐं हुन पैसे मां ते भरपूर सां ते जियो
The farmer said, no, it's just been with me for so many years, I don't want to sell this horse.
और उन किसान जो ने मां घोड़ो असां सां एतिरा साल हो पाइने
So after he said, you are so foolish. You can sell this horse, you can live in abundance. Why I don't? He said, no, I don't want to sell.
तो जब से तो शायद तू बेवकूफ है तू भरपूरी से जी सकी तो घोड़े के विक्री तू जो चंगी तरह जी
But then they never listened. So one day, what happened? One day, the horse ran.
तो एकड़ी छा तो हुन जे ही किसान हुन माण्हुनि जे बारे में हुन जे ॻाल्हि खे कान ॿुधो ऐं एकड़ी छा तो घोड़ो भॼी थो वञे
Or one time in the morning he got up, the gate was opened, the horse has run away.
एकड़ी सुबुह जो उथियो कॾहिं त गेट खुलियो दरवाज़ो खुलियल आहे ऐं घोड़ो भॼी वियो आहे
So all the neighbors came to know and told the farmer, I told you, you foolish man, I told you to sell the horse. Now the horse is gone.
ऐं जो पासे वारा सभु तोखे चयोसीं तूं घोड़े खे विच हाणे तुंहिंजो घोड़ो गुम थी वियो आहे
But the guy was not bitter, was not angry.
पर वो किसान क्रोध में कान हो जोश में कान हो
He said there will be a reason for all this.
चई दी ॻाल्हि थी आहे इन में ज़रूर कुझु ख़ासि
Surely enough, after a few days,
ऐं थोरे ॾींहंनि खां पोइ छा थो थिए
the horse came back with another 6 horses.
वो घोड़ो वरी वापसि अचे थो 6-7 ॿियनि घोड़नि सां
So from one horse, the farmer has 7 horses.
त हाणे हिकु घोड़े पहिरीं हिकु घोड़ो हुओ हाणे थोरे ॾींहंनि खां पोइ हिनखे हाणे किसान खे 7 घोड़ा आहिनि
So the neighbors was amazed, said, wow, you had so much faith, you never get angry. You're really true. You're really.
पासे वारा चवनि था तोखे हेॾो विश्वास आहे तो सही ॻाल्हि कई आहे हिन विश्वास सां पाण हाणे हिकु घोड़े मां तोखे 7 घोड़ा मिलिया
Again, something happened to the farmer.
वरी हिकु ॻाल्हि थिए थी हिन किसान जे मथां
The son was riding the horse and he fell and he broke his leg.
ऐं इहो जेको पुटु हुअसि पुटु घोड़े जे मथां चढ़ियो किरी पियो ऐं पेर टुटी वियसि
And then the other farmers came and saw the boy with broken legs. Said, it was not a blessing, 7 horses. That was not a blessing. Your son went on the horse, broke his leg. So you were joyful, you were not bitter about this. But see, look at your son. This thing happened again.
वरी पासे वारा आया किसान खे चयो तोखे जेके 7 घोड़ा मिले हिकु आशीष जी ॻाल्हि को ॾिस तुंहिंजे पुट खे छा थियो घोड़े जे मथां चढ़ियो किरी पियो ऐं हेॾी चोट लॻी अथसि तुंहिंजे मथां आशीष कान्हे
The man just kept quiet. He said, I have just learned a lesson from this.
ऐं वो किसान चई मां रुगो माट कंदसि हिन में बि कुझु ख़ासि मतिलबु वञो मूंखे सिखणो
Few days passed, soldiers came to every villages, go to every houses and ask all the children, the young children, to join to participate in the war. So these people came to everybody's house, take all the small children to participate. But when they came to this farmer house and saw this boy with a broken leg, he said, let's not take him.
लड़ाई जो वक्त हो तो सेना सिपाही के मोकिलियो सभिनी जे घर में वञी नौजवान छोकिरनि खे वठी अचो त लड़ाई में हिसो वठनि त सभिनी जे घर में ॿिया नौजवाननि खे खयो पर हिन किसान जे घर में आया ॾिठाऊं हिन छोकिरे खे चोट लॻी आहे चई हीअ लड़ाई में तुंहिंजे करे कान सघंदो हीअ बेकार आहे छोकिरे खे कान खयो
All the farmers' children were taken, only this man, because his son was his lips were broken. And so all the people came. He said, you know what? Our sons are taken. You're only your son. Truly enough, when there's something happening in your life, you may not understand, but God has a purpose in your life.
या किसानी पासे वारा सभु आहिनि किसान वटि चयोसि सची ॻाल्हि आहे असांजा नौजवान पुट सभु लड़ाई में खणी विया आहिनि पर तुंहिंजे मथां आसीस आहे तुंहिंजे पुट खे चोट लॻी ऐं तुंहिंजे पुट खे कान खयो त प्रभु जी आसीस आहे तुंहिंजे मथां आहे कुझु मतिलबु पोइ
You refuse to give in bitterness, you choose to believe in God.
ऐं जेको चोथों आहे ते चूंडो त मां प्रभु में विश्वास कंदसि
Mark 9:23, a man with a demon-possessed boy came to Jesus and said, "Now, Lord, have mercy on my boy. He's been thrown left and right. Have mercy on him." And Jesus asked, "How long has he been like this?" And the boy said, "It's been from birth. He's been, and nobody can heal him."
मां की किताब में लिखियलु आहे हिकु माण्हू अचे थो यीशु वटि पुट खे वठी आयो ऐं हुन में ख़राब या शैतान जी आत्मा हुअसि and वठी आओ यीशु वटि चङाई जे लाइ ऐं यीशु पुछेसि थो ये अहिड़ी ख़राब आत्मा हिन में हुई कॾहिं खां वठी चई नंढे उमिरि खां वठी या जनम खां वठी
And so then he said, Jesus, Lord, if you can heal him, please. You know what the Lord says in 9:22? He says, you know, this thing can happen. This miracle can happen only to those who believe.
तब वो मानो पूछे तो यीशु का ते मुंहिंजे पुट खे चङाई करो या ठीकु करो त यीशु चए थो या वॾी चमत्कार थी सघे थो जेको जंहिं माण्हू खे विश्वास आहे.
And verse 23, the man told Jesus, you know, I believe, Lord, but help me to overcome my unbelief.
त ही माण्हू छा थो जवाब ॾे प्रभु खे हा प्रभु मूंखे इहो विश्वास आहे पर तव्हां मूंखे मदद करो त जेको मुंहिंजो अविश्वास जो सोच आहे उनखे मां हटाए सघां.
Each and every morning when you get up,
हर सुबुह जॾहिं तव्हां उथो था
you will hear two voices.
कहीं घर ढूंढने जा आवाज ॿुधंदा.
You're going to have a good day or you're going to have a bad day.
एक आवाज चवंदो तुंहिंजो ॾींहुं सुठो हूंदो एक आवाज चवंदो तुंहिंजो ॾींहुं
You will
ख़राबु.
hear a negative things or you will hear a positive things.
छा तव्हां ख़राबु ॻाल्हि ॿुधंदा या सुठी ॻाल्हि ॿुधंदा.
When you get up in the morning, need to know who is your enemy and who is your God.
ऐं जॾहिं सुबुह जो तव्हां उथो था तव्हां सियाणप सां सोचो इहो आवाज़ कहिड़ो दुश्मन जो आहे हिकु कहिड़ो प्रभु जो आहे.
When you get up in the morning, tell yourself, I'm going to have a good day because I know I serve a living God, and you will have a wonderful day.
ऐं जॾहिं तव्हां उथो सुबुह जो तव्हां चओ मुंहिंजो ॾींहुं ज़रूरु सुठो वेंदो छो तुम्हें ख़बर आहे मुंहिंजो प्रभु सुठो प्रभु आहे ऐं मुंहिंजो प्रभु हिकु ज़िंदो
That is when you show yourself the acknowledgement of believing in God.
तो जॾहिं तव्हां ईअं करो था या चूंडो था ईअं करण जे लाइ हुन क़दम सां तव्हां ॾेखारियो था तव्हांजो विश्वास
But
प्रभु में
if
आहे.
you do not be, your faith is not strong, you don't believe, the voice of the enemy is louder than the voice of God.
पर जे तव्हांजो विश्वास पक्को ऐं पुख़्तो कान्हे त दुश्मन जो आवाज़ प्रभु जी आवाज़ खां वधीक वॾो हूंदो ऐं इहो आवाज़ तव्हां ॿुधंदा.
Do you believe that?
त इहो विश्वास करो.
When you have faith in God, in your mighty God who is alive, His voice will be louder. But if you do not have faith, you do not believe, the enemy's voice will be louder and he will say, you're going to have a bad day and you will be down and you will be still sorry. But if you believe in God, the voice is loud and he says, you know what? This is the day I have made for you. You will rejoice and nothing is going to happen to you. You will have a wonderful day.
जे तव्हांजो विश्वास पक्को विश्वास आहे जे प्रभु में यीशु में आहे त तव्हांजो हुनजो आवाज़ ते वधीक चङी तरह सुञाणींदा ऐं वॾो आवाज़ सां ॿुधी सघंदा ऐं दुश्मन जे आवाज़ खे ते ॿुधी करे सघंदा. पर जे तव्हांजो विश्वास घटि हूंदो त दुश्मन जो आवाज़ वधीक वॾो आहे.
Amen. Believe that each and every day that God who loves you will take care of you.
ऐं विश्वास करो हर सुबुह जेको प्रभु जी सेवा तव्हां करो था उहो तव्हांजी संभाल कंदो ऐं तव्हांजी देखभाल पाण कंदो.
And the last one, make up your mind to go on with life.
ऐं जेको पंजो आहे तव्हां पंहिंजे सोच में तव्हां क़बूल करो त मां ज़िंदगी में मां अॻियां वधंदसि.
God, I don't think so. I can continue living. I rather be at home. I'm depressed. I can't do anything. You know, that is the voice of the enemy who is trying to destroy your soul. Your soul belongs to the mighty God. You hear His voice and you continue walking. You fall down, you come up. You fall down, you stand up, and you say, God, I do not want to hear the voice of the enemy. I hear your voice, and I'm going just to continue walking in your ways.
जॾहिं सुबुह जो उथो था त इहो क़दम में अॻियां वधो त मां अॼु अॻियां वधंदसि ऐं छो त तव्हांखे प्रभु अंजाम करे वेठो आहे. पर तव्हां दुश्मन जी आवाज़ खे ॿुधंदा उहो चवंदो त तव्हां अॻियां न वधो तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में रुकावट ईंदी त तव्हां प्रभु जी आवाज़ खे विश्वास में ॿुधी ऐं अॻियां वधो.
In the beginning, I asked you, if you have a struggle, you have two choices, whether you will fight the struggle because you want to grow, or you will not fight the struggle, or you give up, or you will never grow. If you want a good level, if you want to increase your level with the relationship, you need to face your enemy. You need to face your fears. You need to face your doubt. Because when you face that, God brings you to another level, another level, another level.
ये तव्हां चओ था पंहिंजी ज़िंदगी में बरकत अचे. ये बरकत खपेव ज़िंदगी माना मुसीबत जो तव्हांखे सामनो ज़रूरु करिणो थो पए. मुसीबत जो सामनो कहिड़ी बि हालत में तव्हांखे करिणो थो पए ऐं हर क़दम ते खणंदा ते अॻियां वधंदा वेंदा ऐं दुश्मन खे ते हाराईंदा.
Christian way is not an easy way.
हिकु विश्वासी थी करे हिकु आसान ॻाल्हि कान अथव.
We will always struggle.
हमेशह असांखे मुसीबत जो सामनो करिणो
Our
पवंदो.
Lord struggled.
असांजो प्रभु हुनखे बि मुसीबत जो सामनो करिणो
His
पियो.
own people did not receive it.
यीशु खे पंहिंजा ई ख़ुदि पंहिंजा ई माण्हू हिनखे स्वीकार कान कयो.
He was nailed on the cross with his own people.
पंहिंजा ई माण्हू यीशु खे क्रूस ते चाढ़े.
What about us? We will face trouble.
ऐं असीं वरी केरु आहियूं? असांखे बि मुसीबत जो सामनो
How do we respond?
कीअं असीं हुन सामने जॾहिं सामनो इहा ॻाल्हि थिए थो सामनो जवाबु कीअं था ॾियूं असीं?
Joy or bitterness?
जवाबु कीअं था ॾियूं? ख़ुशी सां या क्रोध सां?
Forgiveness or anger?
असीं माफ़ी माफ़ था करो या असीं जोश में था अचो?
Trust or unbelief?
विश्वास या अविश्वासी नमूने?
Faith or fear?
विश्वास में या डप में?
Love or hatred?
प्यार में या क्रोध में?
Kindness or malice?
सुठाई में या खराब गालियों करण?
All this you need to choose what you want.
ये सब गालियों असांखे चूंडणो आहे. असांखे कीअं सामनो करिणो आहे? कहिड़ो क़दम खणणो आहे असांखे?
Amen. You have to choose your own how to respond with your struggle.
ऐं तव्हांखे चूंडणो आहे मां हिन ॻाल्हियुनि में हिन मुसीबतनि में मां सामनो कहिड़े नमूने कंदुसि? जवाबु छा ॾींदुसि?
You know, struggles are not being allowed to you not to put you down, but to lift you up.
ये तकलीफ़ूं अचे थो तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में न त तव्हांखे हेठि कनि पर तव्हां अॻियां वधी सघो शायदि सख़्ती सां.
All these struggles are not supposed to make you weak, but to make you strong.
ये सभु ॻाल्हियूं थियनि तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में न त तव्हांखे तव्हीं कमज़ोर थी वञो पर तव्हीं वधीक पुख़्ता थियो.
Amen. When do you know when you have faced a problem,
ऐं ख़बर आहे कि हिकु मुसीबत जो सामनो तव्हीं करे वेठा आहियो,
you can relate that same problem and you can advise other people who have the same problem because properly the picture is more clear because you have already faced that problem.
जे तव्हां हिन मुसीबत जो तव्हीं सामनो अॻु में करे वेठा आहियो ऐं हिन में तव्हां हालत में तव्हीं हुआ, ॿियो केरु अहिड़ी हालत में हुजे तव्हीं हुनखे सुठी सलाह ॾेई सघो था, हुनखे सुठी तरह तव्हीं मदद करे सघो था.
You
सामनो करे वेठा
when somebody has a problem, you have a problem. Oh yeah, A also have, B also have, C also have. No. It doesn't relate like that. If you tell the person, even I have the same problem, this is how I respond, it will be more blessing to the people.
केरु तव्हांखे चए थो मूंखे कहिड़े नमूने जी मुसीबत आहे त हुनखे न चओ फलाणे खे असांजी मुसीबत आहे ऐं अहिड़े नमूने जवाबु न ॾियो. तव्हीं चओ हा मूंखे बि इहा मुसीबत आहे, मां बि इहो सामनो करे वेठो आहियां. तूं अहिड़े नमूने तूं जवाबु ॾे ऐं हुनखे तसली मिलंदी ऐं शांती मिलंदी.
Therefore, we should not complain when hard times come. We should rejoice, and we will rejoice if we believe that God, what does God say? Every hard trial is another step on the stairway that leads from earth to heaven.
असांखे कुरकुर न करणु खपे जॾहिं असीं मुसीबत थी अचे ज़िंदगी में. असांखे ख़ुशी मल्हाइणो आहे छो त असांखे ख़बर आहे हर हिकु मुसीबत अचे थी असीं अॻियां वधूं था ऐं हर नओं क़दम खणूं था हिन धरती खां स्वर्ग ताईं.
We are going to take Holy Communion today.
अॼु असीं पवित्र भोज खणंदासीं.
Worship team, please come. We are going to spend some time in worshiping today.
असीं वक़्तु ॾींदासीं आराधना में.
But I want you all to examine your life once again, dedicate your life once again.
पर असीं पंहिंजी ज़िंदगी खे जाचूं चङी तरह.
Holy Communion is like a ceremony, a celebration of what God has done for each and every one of us, for those who believe.
असीं पवित्र भोज करूं था. असीं प्रभु में ख़ुशी था मल्हायूं जंहिंजो विश्वास आहे असांजे प्रभु में.
And if you have put your faith in Christ, you can partake the Holy Communion. But if you say, no, I have not yet, or still, you don't have to take the part of the Holy Communion.
प्रभु जंहिं विश्वास या बैप्टिस्मो खयो आहे यीशु में, हू भले हिन में हिसो वठे. जंहिंजो अञा ताईं विश्वास पूरो कान्हे हिन में हिसो वठण जी ज़रूरत कान अथव.
But before we take this Holy Communion,
पर इहे पवित्र भोज करण खां पहिरीं
I want to just explain one more time what all it is all about.
और हिकु ॿियो दफ़ो मां तव्हांखे सम्झाइण थो चाहियां इहे सभु छा आहे.
With the last illustration,
हिकु मिसाल मां तव्हांखे ॾेखारियां.
imagine two people walking.
कई सोचो त ॿ माण्हू पंधु पिया कनि
and they want to cross the river to the other side.
ऐं चऊं था त हीअ नदी पारे नदी लंघाए ॿिए पासे वञो.
There was one lady came. She couldn't cross the river herself.
हिकु आई ऐं हू नदी खे पार खां खाई सघी.
So these two men offered her, like, carry her across the
त
river.
हुननि ॿिनि मर्दनि चयोसि ठीकु आहे असीं तोखे हथ में खणी तोखे मदद कंदासीं ॿिए पासे.
The lady accepted, and so these two people just carried her across the river.
त हिन ज़ाल क़बूल कयो. हिननि ॿिन्हिनि मर्द हुनखे हथ में खणी हुनखे ॿिए पासे ताईं नदी ते पहुचायो.
After that, the lady came down, everything on the other side. She thanked the two men, and she left.
जॾहिं ॿिए पासे पहुती ऐं जॾहिं खे धन्यवाद ॾियो शुक्राना कई ऐं वेई हली.
The first man was complaining.
जेको पहिरियों माण्हू हो मर्द हो कुरकुर वेठे खे.
My clothes is so dirty, my hands are tired, my back is hurting for carrying this lady.
चई मुंहिंजा कपिड़ा ख़राब थी विया आहिनि, मूंखे हथनि में सूरु आहे, मुंहिंजे पुठी में सूरु आहे, छो त मां हिन ज़ाल खे मूं मदद कयो.
The second man was just walking and not complaining.
जेको ॿियो मर्द हो रुगो पंधु वेठे कई, कुरकुर कुझु कान कई.
Again, after a few meters, 100 meters, again the first man was complaining. Oh, my hand, all this, my back, again complaining.
वरी थोरे वक़्त खां पोइ वरी हुन पहिरें माण्हू वरी कुरकुर वेठे कई त मूंखे हथनि में सूरु आहे, पुठी में सूरु आहे, मूं हीअ ॻाल्हि करण सां.
Second man was not complaining.
जेको ॿियो मर्द हो हुन कुझु कान चयो.
But the first man was so amazed. He said, "You carried the same weight, you went the same way. How come you're not complaining?"
त पहिरियों माण्हू थोरो मर्द थोरो वाइरो थी थो वञे, तो बि साॻी ॻाल्हि कई जेको मूं कयो आहे, पंहिंजा हथ इस्तेमालु कया, पंहिंजी पुठी में विछाए करे सूरु करे, तूं कुरकुर छो कान थो करे?
The second man looked at him. You know what? It's because I left that burden already. I am now new. I have left it. I don't carry it anymore. I had the same weight with you, but you still have it in your system. You still have it in your mind. For me, I am free. I have left it, and I'm not even thinking about it.
ॿियो माण्हू खे ॿियो मर्द जवाब थो ॾिए, इहो बोझ जेको हो मूं खयो, मूं वापसि नदी में छॾे ॾिनो, हाणे इहो बोझ छॾे ॾिनो, मां हल्को आहियां, मां हाणे अॻियां वधां पियो, मूंखे बोझ कान्हे, मूंखे कुझु महसूसु कान थो थिए. पर तूं जेको आहीं, तूं अञा ताईं पंहिंजो बोझ अञा ताईं खणी पियो पंहिंजी.
This is what happens in our life.
इहा ॻाल्हि असांजी ज़िंदगी में थिए पियो.
We face trials and tribulation, we face struggle, but God has already freed us, but we still carry that burden. We're still in bondage of this heavy load in our life. We need to understand that God is there to take it. God has taken it in the cross, and we are actually free from everything.
असीं ज़िंदगी में साॻी ॻाल्हि आहे. प्रभु यीशु पंहिंजे जान ॾिनी क्रूस जे मथां असांजा बोझ खयां अथसि, पर अॼु ताईं असीं पंहिंजा बोझ खणी अॻियां पंधु पिया करूं. असीं सम्झूं कान था त असांजा बोझ जेके आहिनि प्रभु अॻ में खां वठी खणी वेठो आहे.
So today when you take Holy Communion, ask God that what has ever happened in the past, whatever, maybe I've made a mistake, maybe I've made a wrong decision that has spoiled the family, maybe there's something happened to our children or my health, I've done something wrong. But you know what? You are here for a purpose. God has not brought you by accident. God has planned for you to be here to understand the message that God died for each and every one of us, and He said, leave everything but be a new creation.
प्रभु तव्हांखे चवण थो चाहे, जेको बि तव्हांजी ज़िंदगी में जेको तव्हांजो थी चुको आहे, हुनजे मथां तव्हीं छॾे ॾियो, तव्हीं अॻियां वधो. मूं तव्हांखे हिते आंदो आहे हिन जॻह ताईं त तव्हीं पंहिंजा बोझ छॾे अॻियां वधो. त प्रभु चए थो तव्हीं अॻियां क्रूस जे मथां पंहिंजी जान ॾिनी ऐं सभु पंहिंजे कुल ते अॻ में ई खयो.
Can we do that this evening? Amen? We leave our burden, we leave our past. We learn from our past, we learn from this, but God says, my mercy are new every morning.
प्रभु चए थो पंहिंजी बोझ खे छॾे ॾियो, त इन ॿिन्हिनि ॻाल्हियुनि ते गुज़री ज़िंदगी मां तव्हीं सिखो जेके तव्हां भुलूं कयूं आहिनि. छो त प्रभु चए थो तव्हीं अॻियां वधो बिना बोझ, छो त मुंहिंजी अनुग्रह दया तव्हांजे लाइ हर सुबुह नई आहे.
Don't condemn yourself for the mistake you have done. We live in a fallen, we live this is a fallen world that sin has already entered. What we need to do is acknowledge that each and every day is a brand new day for us, and blessings will come as long as we put our head together to the Lord of our life.
ये दुनिया में क्रियल आई दुनिया है जो कहीं में पाप गमी आए तासी पैंजे बोझ छने प्रभु के चो ताजी आशीष हर ॾींहुं नहीं है ऐं नई आशीष में नई ॾींहुं में असीं रोज़ गिरो.
It's easy? No, it's not easy. Is it easy? It's not easy.
जे चवंदा चाहिए ॻाल्हि आसान है नहीं है ॻाल्हि आसान है.
It doesn't take 1-2 days to understand all these things. No, work on it, struggle with it. Remember the promise of God. Remember to thank Him for whatever you have. Remember to choose to believe in God. Remember not to be bitter, but to be always joyful. Remember to go on with life, because God says, I give you life and life in abundance.
प्रभु जे तो ते अॻियां खुशी में ते शुक्राना में वञो ते क्रोध में न अचो तो मूं तव्हांखे हिकु भरपूरी जी ज़िंदगी ॾिनी आहे, आज़ादी ॾिनी अथव ऐं भरपूरी जी ज़िंदगी मूं तव्हांखे ॾिनी आहे.
Amen. Even when we take Holy Communion, when there is something that you have not forgive someone, you feel that I can't stand this person. I am so upset with this person. I cannot forgive. This is a time to forgive, because when you forgive, it is not for the person you go forgive. It's for yourself to be cleansed by God, so that the floodgates of heaven can open unto you.
એટલે હિનતે પવિત્ર બોજ ખરણ કા કરે તે માનતી જાજો કે કે માફ કરનો હોય તે માફ કરે છડો જતો જે તે માફ કરતા યો બોજ તે પૂજા છડી દીધા એ સ્વર્ગ જા દરવાજા ખોલીંदा કોઈ बिना बोझ आशीषा ताजे पता अची सके.
Amen. You have struggled enough with your fear. You have struggled enough with unforgiveness. You have struggled enough with your doubts. Right now, this is the time when we take Holy Communion. We are in the presence of living God. We say, God, we surrender everything to you.
ता घणे मुसीबत जो सामनो केवे जिते ता बेमाफ जी जगह में या मुसीबत या धोखे जे हालतन में ते जो प्रभु असी अचूता ताजे हालतन में हर एक बोझ ताजे हथन में ता सो.
So today when we will take a look at, we are going to sing one song, and for you all, just if you can stand and maybe just bow down your head and just pray to the Lord, or whatever you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, it's okay. Just go there and take a cup, hold it, and then we're going to partake it together. Amen. Can we do that? Be in the presence of God, that God can change us.
लेकिन गानो गाइंदा असी अग्या वधंदासी एक प्यालो ऐं रोटी खणंदासी पंहिंजी जगह ते ऐं तरसंदासी ऐं प्रार्थना में आराधना में ईंदासी पंहिंजे प्रभु वटि.
Maybe Nanik and Sunter can help with the Holy Communion and give to those who will not do that. But if anybody who has not put their faith in there, maybe they say want to do it, so it's okay, let it go. But for those who are having their faith, who says yes, I want to be there, please stand up and just take a cup and we're going to sing this song together.
जंहिंजो विश्वास है यीशु में वो भले अॻियां हिन में हिस्सो वठनि, जंहिंजो विश्वास करंदा ई कान्हे उन्हनि खे हिस्सो वठण जी ज़रूरत कान्हे.
जीवन जल तू आजा, दे दे तू अपना वरदान, तेरे जैसा साथी मिलेगा हमको कहाँ, तेरे बिना जी सकेंगे हम, तू ही है मुक्तिदाता, मिट जाएगा हम सबका गम, मेरा ये मन है प्यासा, ओ जीवन जल.